I didn't even need to ring this, but this is now more of a tradition than a necessity. Welcome to the Talent Gallery. Be fine. It's really great to see you all here. We're here to celebrate a life of poetry and a life of art, and the two melding together today. We're also here to celebrate the life of a good friend of ours who lives in both worlds, Ron Hodgson. And for those that don't know, Ron had a stroke a week ago last Friday. And we're unclear now as to whether he's passed from the physical world or still hanging on, but he's not on life support and he's not expected to live. I'm sorry to be the bearer of that news if it's the first you've heard it. Ron was a partner in crime here when we started this gallery, having coffee with Peter and Doug across the street, thinking this would be a beautiful space for a gallery. And Ron was pivotal in making it this beautiful space. I wasn't going to say this, but I've decided I'm going to because, I used to live in Arizona. I used to go to the Grand Canyon every Sunday, and there was no other place that felt like church to me than the Grand Canyon. But this actually feels a little bit like that today to me. And so I'm really grateful for all of you being here. I'm going to introduce Andy Anderson, who has assembled a wonderful group of poets that are writing poetry of the work that's in here. We change the artwork out every 2 months, and I'm hopeful that we can make this a regular occasion with new artwork, new poets, new poetry, and celebrating the life of poetry and art wedded together. Andy, take it away.
Okay, thank you. So this is what they call ekphrastic art. And it took me a long time to learn how to spell that, Greek word. But it basically means a combination, as Bruce said, of writing, of artwork combined with poetry. It can go either way. The poet can write about a piece of artwork. You hear me back okay? Yeah. Or go the other way. An artist can do a piece of artwork about a piece of poetry. So it can go either way. So today I have a group called Monday Poets, and we all came in here after they changed the show out. Everybody, on their own volition, picked one piece of art to write a poem about. And that's what you're going to get today. So I think it's better I'll just introduce each person when they come up. But first, we're going to read two poems that are not ekphrastic. I'm going to read the first one, and then Bruce is going to read one. This told you. This is a poem that Ron wrote the day before his stroke. 7 o'clock in the evening. Color of the day. Sharp silhouettes in motion. Draped in afternoon silky shadows. As a late sun sinks, crowding clouds arrive to the west. Blades of shocking gold cut quickly across the peaks, hiring seismic notes that play their sunset melody against the building storm. Waves of visual extremes, singing highs and lows, evening sliding toward its nightly lineup of stars, sparkles and galaxies peak between the Gaussian night sky for the night's pending light show. Every day, a spectacular Earth's endless delicacies on display, available to all, nightly, in the sky near you.
This poem is also by Ron, and it was written, my understanding, it was written about his brother, who also suffered a stroke. It's called Changing Hands. His hands no longer showed the well-worn hardness of a lifetime. His voice, soft and loving, his smile, warm with good intent. Appearing to be captive in a smaller, less complex world, following his stroke. He seemed more grateful and excited to share, though his words harder to come by. He had entered into an abyss of eventuality, an uncomfortable place of needing to trust others. We talked quietly within his gaze as he constantly reached out for reassurance, asking for more remembrances from our past. I discovered new parts of my brother hidden within his life, ultimately finding both a mirrored past and a reflection of the future. Over time, distance had become a barrier to connection, but seemed less so with shared family and a life of memories. It was hard to leave, but I was destined to complete my own journey from afar. My time will be shown to me soon enough, as all else falls into shadow. My hands, too, may change as time passes, but when all else fails, goodness may still remain, returning to us in some form as peace.
So, when a clap, it's okay. The church part's over. So our first reader is going to be Nancy Chu, and she chose Red Robin by Carl Howard Scholler.
Patience.
Hold on a second. I want you to stand over here so people back there can hear.
Okay.
And speak to the back door.
Yeah, speak to the back door, back those people back there. And the rest of you poets the same.
Can you also let us know which one you're
It's this one.
This
I'm so sorry.
Okay, turn around.
Thank you.
It's,
That would be embarrassing, knocking all this over. It's like my MO anyway, so.
I'm Van White.
I know. Thanks to red robins. Patience sits, waits. A single leaf appears. Rough pruning forced the bud. Eggs become robins, red breasts swell with plans, one more needed for balance. Birds work wild woman hairs, tidy unkempt emotions, taming shadow sisters' locks. Gently keeping secrets bound, a braided crown of darkness promises to be tinged gold by the dawn. When strong enough to leave through the open door, she takes on the puma's mantle, perched on a verdant mesa, watching on regal haunches, waiting for dusk's approach.
Our next reader is Barbara Selders. Selders, Peace Corps friend of mine, and I think served in the Peace Corps like 3 different times. You see, look at anything going on in the Ashland area as a volunteer list. She's always on the list. So her pick was Wishful Thinking by Robert Koch.
Yeah. And my name is Barb Settles. So, which piece is it? My poem painting. In response to Robert's picture of wishful thinking, my poem is Visit. Have you just visited a friend? Well, our eyes knew each other. She didn't call me by my name, my real name. Missing were questions of present pursuit. Open was her heart to warmth. Stories from our cobwebbed past. Repetition of wondering, where is my house? When did I just see her son Todd? Who takes care of my dog today? When I never had. Did I visit a friend? Friend. One who questions the hues of wrong under my eyes. Asks about the poem I'm writing this week. Knows the names of my sisters by heart. Remembers that I ride a yellow bike. Knows not to mention the president's name. I visited her. Eyes lighted up. Hips swayed when we sang Jamaica Farewell. Danced to Johnny Be Good with her cane. Yes, visited a person beyond today. A treasure wearing yellow, bathed in the one I love.
The next poet is Jenny Egan.
Egan.
Egan? All these people from here.
So well.
They like to pronounce my own name.
What is it?
So her choice was active piece of art by David Leibovitz.
I'm a witz. I'm a witz, not a vitz.
It's Movies Plus Math #1. And for this one, you'll have to go back and see it because it's a motion piece of art. So you need to stand there for a while and enjoy it.
Or not.
Or not.
That's the artist. And it's, there's so many images in this that I hope you'll have a chance to look at it, and I try to capture some of it. Boom. Get ready. It's zooming in fast. The spring tease is almost over, and next, summer will grab you. The sun hotter and brighter, blasting down on people curving with ocean waves, melding into neon rainbow snakes. Dogs playing, horses racing on spiraling emerald green grass. Birds flying over shifting mosaic cloudscapes. Flying discs, color-changing musicians, beach walkers, insects, floating faces, electrified hula-hooping women, and those with angel wings. Fantastical, repetitive actions. Are you watching? Intrigued? Reckless? Oh my, your life is sliding by. Don't miss a thing. Hungry for color, form, movement, vision a new way, it awaits. Well, it really doesn't. Here now and gone into something else at light speed. Leap into its energy. Join your heart, mind, with your eyes. See it all now.
There's some effort behind this one.
Hope you don't mind if we smoke a little bit. I picked Two Animals by Stanley Smith. I like to see humor in art, although that's not very humorous. Clearly, Mr. Smith did not understand what he stumbled onto. The mystery of the partially smoked cigarette. What smoker would light a cigarette and barely smoke it? I ask you. A strange cigarette with two bands imprinted with tiny camel figures. Not the American Camel cigarette brand. They would never do that. It has to be from Cairo or Alexandria, cities of forever international intrigue. The cigarette had been smoked by a spy or a hunter spy. After two puffs, a gunshot or a knife across the throat. Quick and lethal. He was close. Too close to his assailant to nail him. But careless, he was nailed first. But what happened to the body of the smoker spy or the hunter spy? If I can find that pack of cigarettes, I can solve the mystery or be closing in. Stay tuned for the finale of the mystery of the partially smoked cigarette. Next up is Peter Van Fleet, the Dutchman, picks The Raven by Ron Hudson.
You want to sit?
Yeah.
Should have been me, not Ron. You said that? Thanks, Bruce. So, The Raven, the poem that I'm going to be reading is about the raven, but not this raven. About 2 years ago, Ron gave me this piece, and because I was so smitten by it, and so I look at this every morning in our dining room, and so one thing I didn't mention in the poem, which might express in the work, I talk about the raven shrieks. Well, if you look at this raven, his beak is closed, he's not really shrieking. But in my house, the raven's beak is pointing to a bird clock that was given to me by my dad. And it's made in Japan. So the sounds are a little squeaky, and it's fallen on the floor a couple times. And so this bird clock indeed does shriek. And so in this poem, the shrieking is actually this raven's response to this world, not his world. The raven. Open the front door of my home, you see the dining room. Unhinging to an antique table, black leather chairs, but then you see on the wall the raven next to an electric fireplace in a 125-year-old chimney. How the screaming raven shrieks across a cubic landscape, elliptical, circular, triangular, commingling in some raging spot in the neurons of your mind, burnt into form black jet obsidian, arrowheads of long lost tribes. This is a landscape that juggles good from evil, ephemeral-like, a flame fueled by tears of long lost loves, of long lost loves.
So our last poet of the day, Lynn Hill, chose Cougar by Claire Duncan.
When I came to this gallery about 5 days ago, hoping to discover my poetic inspiration, I was amazed at the quality of the art that exists in this space. But when I got eye to eye with Claire Duncan's Cougar, everything stopped. When I first turned and saw you, I knew we had met before, dashing through the lamp-lit backyard of my Weller Street house, hearing you scream from the boulder's brow at Patty Mocus's lookout, lion of the high country, there on the wall. Art is the language of creation. Me, I am caught, held helpless by your primal gaze, a gaze requiring a response, as rooftops cover more and more and more, as asphalt grinding highway gears rip through the night, as contrails slice and dice the sky. I realize my lifestyle threatens life. My culture of accumulation, my compassionless consumption shrinks the earth. Your eyes ask why. What is it that you see when you look at me? A ferocious, fearsome menace that demands extermination? Or the magnificent being, an important constituent of this awakening community? In your gaze, eons old, stirring the silence, I hear your voice. The life force in you and the life force in me is one and the same. Embrace the sacred. Release the fear, but you must remove your shoes to enter here.
All right. I didn't prepare anything for the end, but I'll just say, like I always say, thank you for coming. We do this every Sunday.